You guys have recommended some insane routes today. I'll show you all the cool spots to pull off shortcuts and tricks. And coincidentally, each viewer's favorite route connects to another user's favorite route, allowing me to create a world tour where we'll jump from one track to the next. My name is Polaritonics, and let's dive straight into the first intermission by Dr. Medic. This comment got my attention because 1, there's a helicopter, and 2, there's a truck. I like the vehicles in the game, so don't judge. I'm a big fan of these intermissions at the moment with the vehicles involved, so I had to try this one out. To my surprise though, this intermission had so many shortcut potentials and tricks you could perform. There are so many perfectly aligned rocks that send you straight into walls, allowing you to gain some elevation and do some insane tricks. This one was a cool one, where I tricked off the rock and jumped off a pole. If you see rocks that go into cactuses, don't avoid them, just boost into it and trick off of it. You get the point, this map is just littered with rocks that allow you to pull off some insane tricks. This was the first time I played this intermission, so I didn't realize the helicopter was off to the left. It caught my eye off the boost panel, so I quickly darted across the lanes. Dr. Medic is right though, it's fun chaining the helicopter straight into the truck. It allows you to fly high in the sky and also cause crazy destruction on the road. The reason for the character switch is I actually skipped the truck the first time because the booster pad and glider ramps caught my eyes. I was quite satisfied with this trick I pulled off. There's just so many different routes in this intermission. I played it a few times and kept finding somewhere new to explore. And you've got the zip lines on the bridge that you can take to pull off some tricks. Toad's Factory is also an amazing track. You can't go wrong with this intermission. I highly recommend this one if you haven't played it yet. Let's leave Toad's Factory now and head over to Wario Stadium. Wolfie recommended this one as this intermission allows you to fly over Wario Stadium before beginning the final lap. Before we get to that point though, what else is in the intermission? I love the green pipe bridge and the colourful cargo when leaving Toad's Factory. There's something aesthetically pleasing about it. That quickly transitions though into one of the most dead looking areas of the game. The dried up canal is one of my least favourite spots. There's not too many areas to pull off tricks here, but the chain chomps and NPC cars keep this route interesting. The highlight of this intermission is the entrance into Wario Stadium. It's a nice glider section down into the track, where you get to race a few turns before performing the final lap in Wario Stadium. This is one of the best tracks. There's just so many spots where you can do grind walls, where you can ride up the walls and jump on the grind rails, tricking off of them, and just having fun. Wario Stadium to Airship Fortress. Sling Slop is surprised no one's mentioned Wario Stadium to Airship Fortress. Now that it's been mentioned, let's take a look. You kick off the intermission by leaving Wario Stadium, jumping back down into the canal. You're not in the canal long. I managed to pull off some tricks off the walls. Let me know if you've managed to jump over this bridge as well. I thought you could do it with the feather, I just didn't get enough height. This route's cool though, as you get to race outside of the walls of Bowser's castle. There's a few enemies down here, and there's one shortcut you can perform if you have a couple of mushrooms. You race up this cool broken bridge before entering Airship Fortress. I always enjoy riding the walls of the Bullet Bill Bridge, jumping across the track, and then riding the grind rails around on deck. I was also trying to just ride the wall of the massive turn you perform at the end of the final lap. I just couldn't stick to the wall. I might need a golden next time. There have been plenty of comments recommending the Airship Fortress to Bowser's Castle route. I covered this in the Best Intermissions Recommended by You Volume 2. I'll provide a quick summary though if you haven't checked out that video. The start of the track just looks visually stunning as you glide between two airships fighting each other. You get to race part of the wall surrounding Bowser's Castle. You then travel down a slope connecting to the volcano that sends you up to Bowser's Castle. I enjoyed using mushrooms here to jump over the lava, and I just have to bit my tongue. Anytime I'm at Bowser's Castle as well, I just have to show off this cool route I enjoy taking, where you jump up on top of the chain, drift around Bowser's spicy food court, ride some grind rails before jumping off the cargo container. I was also quite satisfied with the line I took here. Anyway, let's continue the tour with Andy's recommendation. Bowser's Castle to Drybone's Burnout. Andy likes this one as the theming stays consistent and it feels like one big track to them. This one's a good one as you get to race down Bowser's volcano. This is one of the highlights of the tour. You've just raced up Bowser's Castle, done a lap, and now you get to race down the mountain. For those that like the N64 Big Donut Battle Track, you get to race around a quarter of it here. I also love this outfit for Koopa Troopa. There's this one specific shortcut I like taking, which is this rock right here. You get to boost off of it and jump over a broken piece of the wall. You get to race across the Dry Fish Hot Springs, which I still don't have the character unlocked. I just want Dry Fish. I think it's the last character I need to unlock. And you can take this neat entrance into Drybone's Burnout by boosting up on top of the right wall and dive into the starting line. No mushrooms, no worries. You can still take this little ramp that goes up into a glider ring. Drybone's Burnout to Boo Cinema. A 18-year-old on YouTube Luigi. What an interesting name. That is a long username. That's the second Luigi on the channel. We've had Luigi Green and now we have this Luigi. They find most of the intermissions mediocre and unengaging, but they really enjoy this route. I know I've already covered a few of these intermissions before. I'm just keeping up with the World Tour theme of this video. I'll keep things interesting though by showing you the cool tricks you can perform on the track and also some different routes that I may not have shown in the past videos. Back to the intermission though, if you're at the back of the pack, grab an item box, spam the item button, drive across the right off-road section and trick off of this one post that allows you to get in front of the pack. This is a section that Luigi likes though, with the nice green vibrant scenery of Acorn Heights. This section of the track contains a figure 8 path where you can either take the left route to drive across a bridge or you take the right path and there's a little ramp that allows you to jump over the bridge. There's a nice glider section leaving Acorn Heights with this bridge I love getting on top of. You see Boo Cinema off in the distance, but you're not quite there yet. You get to race part of the old Ghost Valley tracks. I like tricking off these poles to skip part of the track. Then you get to race Boo Cinema, which I enjoy the atmosphere inside the theater screen. Next up in the World Tour, we have Boo Cinema to Starview Peak. This is another awesome one. I'll quickly touch on it since we've covered this a few times now. You get to race a small section of the Ghost Valley track where you can take this cool skip off a tree that I like performing. Anytime there's a rock going into a wall, I like sending it. The atmosphere of this mountain always blows me away. It's fun to race up, it looks amazing, and I like the design of this little bridge connecting the mountain to Starview Peak. Mr. Muffins recommended this one. Anytime I race this track, I just think muffins. Super Hackio's favorite intermission, one of their favorites, is the Starview Peak to Wario Shipyard, aka Wario's Galleon. And silly me forgot to record this one, so bear with me while I boot up the game again to try out the track. Let's do this one a bit differently. I'm actually playing live right now. So Super Hackio says there's this S-bend with some typhoons, the white cloud guys. I'm like reading and playing at the same time. What does they say? I like to wall ride inside the first bend. Okay, I'm assuming that's the first bend there. Got triple mushrooms, so let's see if I can recreate what Super Hackio is suggesting. Luigi, what are you doing? No! Go! Woo! No! That could have been so much better. We're restarting. Super Hackio says the people who have seen him do this call him insane. Well, get ready to call me insane. I'm just gonna bag a triple mushroom, hopefully. Lobster car also isn't the best. Okay, triple mushrooms, that's what we need. Also, this map looks amazing. I can see DK Pass and Sky High Gelato. Okay. That's it. Boost across. That's it. That's it. Go on. Second try. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I'll get the cool 360 shot in as well for you guys. I know it made someone dizzy the other day. I'm sorry. I should cut back on how many times I do that. Woo! I love the route. Any route that takes this mountain is really fun. It's a tight path with a lot of different ramps and jumps. And thanks to Super Hackio, I got shrunk. Thanks to Super Hackio, I now have a different trick I can perform each time I record a route going down here. So thank you. I just saw a rock up on that mountain there. I think you might be able to get up there. Cool, you got a nice little glider section as well, where you can boost in between the ring pads. Oi! that almost got me. Okay, come on. Boost item for me. Boost item. That's it. 4 mushrooms. Ooh, just got very dark as well. I like playing Wario's Galleon when it's nighttime. It looks really nice with the green lights. Lots of whirlpools. I actually drive through this same route in the next race from Wario's Galleon to Cheep Falls. Woo, there's fire going everywhere. You just killed the anglerfish. No. Oh, there's a question mark block. I like hitting these. Hold on. Cool. That was a very fun intermission though. I enjoyed going down the Starview Peak mountain, doing that S-bend trick that you said. You can call me insane now. I better see you in the comments. This track is also just very nice. I really enjoyed it on the 30S, and this game just elevates it even more with the atmosphere. Well, that was fun. A bit of live commentary. Anyway, back to the voiceover. Let's go to Techno Tom. Tom recommends Wario's Galleon to Cheep Falls. Also, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing your name, Tom, on the last video. That reminds me, I'm also sorry, Ballady, for pronouncing your name as Balodi. Thank you for your kind words on my video, Ballady. Really appreciate it, and I'll make sure not to mispronounce your name from now on as well. Let's get back to the intermission though. You start this one off by leaving through the shipwrecks and rocks scattered across the sea. There's a few whirlpools you can trick off of, some glider rings you can reach by tricking off of the shipwrecks. The weather clears up as well when you make your way to land. There's a large section of the track you can skip by using a golden mushroom to trick off some rocks and boost across the grass fields. I also love hitting these poles in midair. You get a bit of air, which if you know me by now and through this video, just every rock I see, boost into it, send it straight into a wall. You know you're reaching Cheep Falls when the scenery changes from spring to autumn. There's lots of feathers across the track you can bounce off of if you want to. I was trying to get up onto the grind rail of the bridge. I misshot it, but found that you can land underneath and cut a bit of the track. I was pretty stoked about this little find, so I replayed the track to see if I could make it into a shortcut. I played the track again, and yes, you can dive off the bridge and boost off of a rock that is perfectly aligned, so this shortcut looks intended. In Cheep Falls, I love getting on top of this wall ride and boosting out of the little pool of water above to jump to the next tree branch. I missed the tree branch in this video, but still looked pretty cool. Up next, we have Cheep Falls to Dandelion Depths. I wanted to finish the road tour by getting back to Toad's factory to make some sort of loop. No one recommended this one, and I needed this track to reach the next user's recommendation. This route allows you to experience the windy road up to Dandelion Depths. There's a knockout tour that goes the opposite way from Dandelion Depths to Cheep Falls, and you get to cut a large portion of this windy road. There's a few iffy sections here, which I wish they just let you boost off of the rock and perform a shortcut, but it's actually out of bounds, so that was a bit of a letdown. Apart from that though, plenty of sections to boost across the grassy fields. And when you're in the depths, I love performing this wall ride off of the right walls and getting on top of the booster pads above. Mr. Spider. Mr. Spider likes Dandelion Depths to Toad's factory for a few reasons. They enjoy this intermission as it gives off a road trip vibe, driving by the mountains and fields in the intermission. There's a lot of shortcut potentials through the grass. And Toad's factory has a unique entrance, which it does. You get to drive over the section of the track with the green and red conveyor belts. And the design of the above section looks very cool. I wish you can boost off of the right boost panel that you can see. Unfortunately though, it's out of bounds. We have now completed a loop of this World Tour put together by a bunch of your favorite intermission tracks. I'm keeping my eye out for all 30 tracks recommended by viewers so we can have a complete world tour throughout Mario Kart World. I enjoy reading everyone's comments. If I haven't gotten to one of your recommendations yet, don't worry, I've got a list going. I've got a few video ideas running at the same time, and a lot of your intermissions are currently in the works. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments below. Any feedback is appreciated, and I will see you in the next video.